Just wanted to ask about the intermission after the first period. Ekholm said the leadership group, had a few things to say here and there. You did as well. Just give us a sense of what the message was there and the response.
I don't know what the players had talked about, but I know from the coaching staff, our message was we have to work. We can't come and just show up and think our skill's going to take over and win us hockey games. And we turned over the puck, line rushes, we counted 16 times. And, you're probably looking at maybe 2 or 3 a period. Ideally, a coach's standpoint, it'd be 0. But, we turned it over 16 times on the attack, which didn't allow us to get any offensive zone time, didn't allow us to pressure them. It was really easy for them, and we have to defend instead. It got much better as the next 2 periods were. But, guys went to work, and obviously it got a lot better.
This question is from Cam Tate. I was just wondering about 5 even strength goals in one period. That's obviously pretty rare, and how you think that happened.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 games worth in one period. I think a lot of it had to do with us entering the zone with speed and being able to make some plays. And when it was closed, we were able to get a forecheck in. And I know, Frederick created a turnover, which led to a goal. The first goal, Leon has so much speed, and he's able to drive it wide and finds Eki coming in. So, and also, we did get some nice bounces. The rebounds right to open sticks. We haven't had a rebound goal yet this year up until the second period tonight. So we were due there. So the fact that those rebounds bounced right to us where we had an open player, that's, yes, you have to be in the right spot, but it doesn't always work out that way. So, and I think everyone was contributing.
Kris, you talked about the first period and how that was, it took a while to get going there. Tendency might be to switch the lines up a little bit after a first period like that, but you didn't. You stuck with the lines. Can you talk about what you saw from your combinations tonight at second?
Yeah, no, it was nothing to do with the line combinations of who was playing with who tonight. It was just a collective effort of not being there, just not working properly. And I think we've got everybody probably in the chair that they should be. So I don't think there's much need to be doing many changes now. So anyways, tonight it was about players working things out and just playing their game, and they were able to do that.
And then with Stuart Skinner the air there, he seemed to really collect himself after that and shut it down for you guys. Can you talk about his game?
Yeah, no, it was a tough bounce. He was doing the right thing. He was going to play the puck, and it bounces over the stick, and then we're in a tough position, and obviously that gives us a goal. And that could have been really deflating for our team after we really pushed to tie it up, and then a goal like that happens. It can really deflate a team, but this team, I think, is a little bit different. I think we're very resilient, and things don't really rattle us very much, which a lot of credit to the leadership with the team. But after that little mistake, not much of a mistake, it just happened, he came up with some big saves for us, especially late in the game when they had the power play.
Kris, you talk about the turnovers in the first period off the rush, but also just it seems to be a trend where you've at times given the other team kind of easier goals by some pretty obvious turnovers. How do you eliminate that from your team or help eliminate it?
Well, first of all, you're never going to eliminate it. There's always going to be mistakes. The game is about mistakes, but you're just trying to limit the type of mistakes you're having, and you're absolutely right. There's been too many just easy freebie kind of plays. I think a lot of that has to do with just being ready and having the right amount of intensity. I don't think it's trying plays that aren't there. I think a lot of the times turnovers happen because of selfishness. You're trying a low percentage play because there might be some offense to it. And I haven't seen that from our group at all this year. So And that's usually a big problem for a coach to eliminate, just because you got the guys playing the wrong way. What I see is just not having the right amount of intensity or just readiness to make those plays. And we're, you can't be too fired up. You need to be calm and present in the moment. But if you're too calm, then you just kind of make the plays that we did today, or at least in the first period.
Kris, I want to ask about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He's obviously been off to a good start. He's been really consistent throughout the start of the season so far. What are you seeing in his game early on here in the season?
Ryan has been, he's been so important to this team for many years, and I've certainly realized how important he is since I've been here. Not a player that's going to beat somebody one-on-one with their speed or their size. Just a very smart, cerebral player who knows what's going on around him. Not only does he know what the opposition's going to be doing, but he also knows what his teammates are going to do. And, you look at him on the power play, and he's kind of you could see him as being a secondary role player on that power play, and you think that the power play would just run smoothly and be efficient without him. But I don't think that's the case at all. Like, he is so smart and can make some really nice plays, and Leon and Connor are rolling and getting into different positions, and he knows exactly what they're going to do, and he knows where he should be and what the next play is going to be before it gets onto his stick. So that's a bit of on the power play. Offensively, whoever he's playing with, he's pretty reliable. I can put him in a shutdown role, play against other teams' top lines because he's pretty good defensively. And then, he's pretty good with the puck. Like the goal that he set up in the second period and made that quick pass to Connor, where he's in the slot, you're probably thinking shoot, but he knows where Connor is. He knows the goalie's out of position if he can make that pass, and there it's. So, I don't know. I can go on and talk about the contribution Nuge makes, and I haven't even got to the penalty kill. So, yeah.